Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do a Witchy Wednesday for today, Wednesday, December 31st, 2025. You may follow me on the Tech, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. It all might resonate. It's Witchy Wednesday. How could I not do Witchy Wednesday on the last Wednesday, on the last day of the year? Come on. All right. I pulled 3 cards from 5 different decks. I'm going to tell you and show you the deck before I read you cards because there's just so many. I feel like it's just easier that way. I pulled top, bottom, and middle from each deck. Okay. First up, Everyday Spells. I got it on Amazon, $10, something like that. We've got Luck. Trouble is picking up the cards. Oh, it's got a rune symbol on here. I know that symbol. Bake your way to sweet success. I still cannot speak. Cast a tasty spell for luck and wealth with cinnamon, a spice associated with success. Pick your favorite cinnamon cookie recipe and bake as normal. Right before you pop the cookies into the oven, draw into each cookie the Nordic rune for success, wealth, and luck. Fehu, pictured above. Fehu or Fehu? I'm not too sure. I actually made, I don't know if I told you guys this in the one of the affirmations, but I made a protein cake, protein bread for my neighbors for New Year's. And I actually put a little cinnamon sugar on top. We got resourcefulness. Okay, isn't this another? It's another rune. Magical memorization. Cement tricky to remember information in your mind with the help of a Manaz rune. Carve the rune pictured on this card into a white, blue, yellow, or green candle. Light the candle and recite the information you want to remember 3 times. Imagine the flame writing the information into your mind in gold letters. And this was middle of the deck. Self-care. Okay, this one is not a rune, but that would have been funny if they were all runes. Sweet dreams. Bless yourself with restful sleep. Open the shutters or step outside so you can sit in the moonlight. Speak to the moon and ask her to watch over you as you rest. Moon above, ruler of night, help me sleep in your quiet light. Peaceful sleep, come to me, relax my body, and let thoughts roam free. I like that. That's a good one. Totally better than taking Tylenol PM. Let me just say that. All right, we've got Moonology, Oracle cards. You can get this at Hay House. I mean, I either got this from Amazon or I got it from the Health and Wellness Fair. I can't remember. Probably got this one from Amazon. We've got Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. So these moons could be important for you, or just the message could be important for you. Okay. Or both. New moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. And I've been talking about how end of year, new year. So some people might be getting into some relationships at the beginning of the year. Supermoon. Emotions are running high. All right, we got Spiritual Wisdom Oracle by Hattie Thorne. Y'all know I love her. I had to include one of her decks. All right, we've got Saturn. Embrace the tasks before you, knowing that through dedication and hard work, you can achieve your goals and lay the groundwork for your future. Gemini. You can be both the student and the teacher, the seeker and the guide, the speaker and the listener. Embrace your duality. You don't have to choose. Seriously. Y'all know I'm a Gemini. This is so accurate. So accurate. Like I have, even since I was a kid, like I always had my own point of view, but I always understood everybody else's. Even if I didn't agree personally, like I always understood, you know? And not everybody can do that. You know, like not everybody can like think from somebody else's perspective. And not everybody can recognize that it's okay to have varying opinions. We don't all have to be the same. We've got Cancer. Vulnerability is a source of strength, not weakness. Your willingness to open your heart and love creates connections that heal and inspire. Cancer is a water sign. Water signs tend to be emotional, which, in my opinion, is a good thing. Y'all know I cry a lot. I love to cry. I was thinking about that this morning. I actually was going to mention it in affirmations, and then it just didn't. I ended up forgetting. Crystal Affirmations, Golden Aura Edition, Moonstruck Crystals. I got all my decks from her on TikTok, but she also has her own website, moonstruckcrystals.com. I got 3 of her decks, 4 of her decks. I think 4 because I have a mini version of the affirmations, or maybe a mini version of the tarot. I can't remember. We got Ruby. I thrive in everything I set out to accomplish and live my life with enthusiasm. This one's my favorite. Citrine. My life naturally gravitates towards success. I embrace confidence, prosperity, and joyful enthusiasm. Hell yeah. Ocean Jasper. I gotta say, I actually like the way the crystal looks on the card. It's kind of funky. I choose to be joyful and grateful. My emotional well-being is at peace. Okay, I didn't tell you guys this in affirmations, but this morning I had Walmart delivered for me. And the lovely lady that brought it, I always just leave in the notes, like just bring it inside. Like you don't have to bring it upstairs to me. Just leave it inside so it's not like out in the cold, out in the rain, out in the snow, out in the heat, whatever. She comes to bring it inside and she looks up at me and she's like, "Oh, are you Kim?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I'll bring this up for you," because she saw me like walking down the stairs with my, my bum knee. I was doing like one at a time, just because I don't, I want to treat it gingerly. I don't want it to be, I don't want to mess it up and keep messing it up and messing it up. Like I want to let it heal. So she's like, "Oh, I got more. I'll be back." So she comes back. And she goes, "Oh, I'll take this up for you." I said, "No, no, no." I said, "It's okay. You can leave it here. I can get it upstairs." And she goes, she kind of looks at my knee and she's like, "Are you sure?" And I said, I put my hand on her back and I said, "Listen," I said, "You brought me my groceries so I didn't have to go out in the cold and the snow. I am grateful and thankful." I said, "Thank you so much." I said, "I got it from here." I said, you have a lovely day." And she goes, "Have a good New Year's." And I was like, "You too." And she left. And I was just like like she already helped me. Like, I'm not gonna make you come all the way upstairs. But it just kind of reminded me, like, be grateful and thankful for what you have, Don't always like nitpick every little thing. I gotta remember that. Okay. Last deck. Denise Lynn's Soul Coaching Oracle cards. I love this deck and I hardly ever use it. But I love the artwork. All right. We've got energy. Make sure you're taking care of yourself so that you have physical energy, okay? And mental energy, right? Emotional energy, sexual energy. But this also could be having to do with energy work if you're involved in that or you want to get involved into that. Get involved in that, look into that. We're talking manifestation, meditation, Reiki, prayer. We're talking saging, Palo Santos, all that stuff. Spell casting, all that stuff. Essence. I don't know why I want to say don't ever lose sight of who you are. That just came into my head. And grace. I kind of want to get this tattooed on me, not the angel, although that is beautiful. I kind of want to get the word grace tattooed on me, but people will be like, "Oh, who's Grace?" And I'll be like, "The world? I don't know." like it's not a person. like I have a hope tattooed on me, and not often, but every once in a while, I'll have somebody be like, "Oh, is that your kid or is that your mom?" And I'm like, "No, no." I like it. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Take from it what you will. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody's having a great hump day. I hope everybody has a great New Year's. And I will talk to you later. Bye.